Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Doise and welcome back to Stoneblock 2. In the last episode, we were working on making the mystical agriculture seeds, and we got a good way through, but we discovered some problems because of Basil's, Blitz, Blizz, and Rabbit seeds. So I've been working pretty hard off camera. One, I have all of these guys set up. So the fluid cows are now being stored. We have, 13 buckets of obsidian, 12 of melodic alloy. We have a lot of really cool stuff now, which is good. We'll be able to use this stuff for various things. So one of the things that we're going to probably eventually do, and this is the kind of neat thing, we have this set up and you can see just how many channels we're using. This one has 12, 32, 25, 32. This one's going to get a couple more once we get the cosmic cow, which I'm still waiting on. And yeah, basically this is going to give us a lot of stuff. So now we can start, getting flooring and all that kind of stuff in. I'm going to have to probably rearrange some things with the cabling, but this was just something to get it down, and it is working. And then what we can do is we can get another fluid terminal and put it back here, and once we set up this area with our applied logistics stuff, we can have a fluid terminal like right here, and it would be perfectly fine, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So can we make a fluid terminal? I don't even know what those require. But today we're going to do a couple of miscellaneous things, and then we're also going to work on more of the mystical agriculture stuff. So we can get an ME terminal. Let's go ahead and we're missing quartz. We don't have nether quartz. Wow, we are really low on that. Okay, let's see. Do I have any remaining quartz chickens? No. Okay, so what we can do is just grab our 16 nether quartz, put them in the roost. They are going to go very quickly, and then we could also speed them up. And then I thought this was supposed to collect that stuff. Apparently not. Okay, whatever. But there is a bunch of nether quartz pretty quickly, pretty easily. And we can get the ME terminal, just a basic one. Let's look up all the terminals. Is there any other ones that we would be... Gas terminal, we don't really care about that. Arcane terminal, don't care about that at all. Okay, so all things considered, we're pretty good on what we need. So we're just going to need to get the fluid terminal. And while we're waiting for that, I was also working between episodes on this. So we have a nice room to spawn things in. However, there's a couple problems. One, this thing needs to receive a redstone signal. So we're going to need to make a conduit facade. And I don't remember if I've showed that off before or not, so we're gonna get one of those. We need a processor, logic processor, and they are really easy. We just need some conduit binder, 8 of these, and we'll craft it right here. And that makes a conduit facade, and then we can come over here to our painting machine, which needs a capacitor. I forgot about that. So do we have some double layer capacitors. Let's use one of those. Why not? Eventually we're gonna have a terminal over here. We're gonna have a lot of stuff eventually. We still have a lot of work to do in this place. That's not even attached to power, is it? Nope. We need more energy conduits, which I do believe we have. That should not be a problem. Also, are you done making? You are, so we should be able to make the fluid terminal. And then we can just put it right here for now. And it should connect. And there's all those fluids that are over there. on a completely different system, technically. If you don't remember us setting that up, go look for that video. It was a few episodes back. Really useful things to learn. Subnetworks are really powerful, and we're using one just kind of fairly basically to get a lot of channels out of nothing. So let's get, what is it we needed? We needed energy conduits. Had to think about that one for a second. So we have this conduit facade, and what we can do is we can paint it to make it look like another block. And in our case, just go ahead and hook all of those up. We're gonna make it look like stone. And really simple, really easy. And so now this conduit facade will look like stone. So why did we do that instead of just using stone? Well, it's pretty simple. But that was the wrong thing. Conduit facade, come back. Is there anything else we're gonna need? I don't think so. Alright. So if we take our conduit facade, we can place it just right here. And I have a little bit of an underground area, but it looks like stone. It feels like stone. We can't go through it. However, what we can do, if we're holding a conduit, we'll see through conduit facades because we can place conduits through it. And that's the whole point. So I was having trouble if I had a lever here, which is how I want it. It wouldn't actually be able to send a signal to this guy, the Mob Duplicator, which is not a good thing. But if we have the facade, we can get an input from that. And I realize why it wasn't working. It probably would have worked just fine. However, I had this completely backwards. Output red, strong signal. I had that completely backwards. So theoretically, if I put, let's do something not terrible. By the way, I did go ahead and get the Basil and the Blitz. In addition to the Blizz, it was just the Blazing Pyrotheum buckets in the stone barrel with the dolls, the respective dolls. But if we put that in there, nothing happens. But if we hit this switch, it should try to duplicate. Why is this not working? I think the redstone stuff is still messed up. Is it input? I don't know. We'll just do everything on red. And now if we hit that, will it start working? It is. Alright, cool. So that's all we needed. And then we can just come over here to the rabbit and grab a bunch of stuff and hopefully get what we need, but I don't think we did. So the only thing left we need to do for this part is just put a door so we can spawn things in and then go in and kill them and profit. So let's take our tier 3 mob chunk and we should be able to make the rabbit seeds. Perfect. And then solidified experience. So I didn't explain everything that's going on with this. So there is this whole underground thing. I have a chest here that is for experience. Put solidified experience in there and it gets transported over here to the system we had before when we were spawning in shulkers. So liquid XP goes in here. We have our solidified experience that automatically converts. Then this is the fluid dictionary converter. It takes the liquid XP, turns it into mob essence, and it stores it in here, and that's just piped in. We have a flux point. We have chiseled stone and chiseled glowstone inside because light levels don't matter for this. And then this is where we keep all of our mob imprisonment tools. So I can basically make more of these as needed and get all the things we need. So We have the rabbit chunks. We should be able to make the rabbit seeds now. And then Blizz, Blitz, and Basalts are the other three. And we're going to try to get them through the actual mobs. But if we can't, we can't. One other thing real quick that I will show off I did between episodes. I set up just kind of basically was it in here? Yes, there's more room in here. So our tree fluid extractor to get latex, turning it into tiny dry rubber with the sink for water and a flux point for power. And then just the placer. We'll have to fill that with wood as we need more. But we shouldn't need too much more plastic right now. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. So let's get back over here, and I need a door. We can get a door from over here. Having multiple terminals everywhere is nice. I know I could just use the wireless terminals, but I don't like them. So doors are good so that we can have a little bit of protection from the more hostile mobs, like blizzes. So we'll do blizz first. And honestly, we can just hang out in here. And they will drop snowballs. But blizz rods are what we're after. And there's one other thing that we need to do. Let's turn that off. Ow. Blizzes slow you, by the way. So we got one blizz chunk from all that. But I think we have enough to make the rest of the blizz chunks that we need. But before we do anything, we're going to make an upgrade, a range add-on for our machine. And this should be pretty easy. Plastic, we just need glass. So glass panes are easy enough to come by. But this will increase the range of our machine. Pretty obvious. We're going to go for a 10 because it is a +4. I hope this is the correct range. But if we put that in here, and then we can click to show the working area, the range is much bigger. If we take this out, it is literally just on top of the machine. So this will let things spawn all around, and it will speed up the spawning a little bit. So I guess let's go ahead, and we have what we need for the blizzes. Let's try with the basils. And yeah, you can see it already spawned a lot more. And these guys are rocky, earthy. Ow. They give you weakness, which is not fun. And they also give you obsidian powder, which is really cool. But we got one of the chunks, and I think, yeah, it's just 2 for each of those, so that is more than enough. And then we can continue on with the last one, which is the blitzes. And I don't remember what effect they give you, but they are the air elementals. So if blazes are fire elementals, blizzes are ice, blitzes darkness. They give you blindness. Blizzes are ice, blitzes are air, basils are earth. So kind of cool. I like the idea of more elemental blazes rather. But yeah, we got to get all of them. 10 is more than enough for what we need. And we should be able to just swap this out. So if we need to get more mob chunks, which we will need to, we can easily do that with all of this stuff. So we need 4 and 4 and 2. The 2 we can put in there. And let's go ahead and just take this stuff out. So we need 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I had one already. Whoops. I didn't see that. So we'll smelt that back down. But seeds. And there is the rabbit seeds, basil, blizz, and blitz. So that is all of the tier 3 seeds. Rabbit seeds, and then it's probably blizz, blitz, basil. I'm assuming. And one of the neat things about that is the fact that the blitzes will also drop niter. Blizzes drop snowballs, and Bissals drop the amazing obsidian powder, because that's really convenient if you're playing a little bit more vanilla-esque. But we can go ahead and get another tier 3 mob chunk. There are better ways to get mob chunks, but we'll worry about that later. So now we need 31 more seeds, and we're going to go ahead and pick up all of these, because this is all the stuff that we currently have available to us. So we'll go ahead and put 31, and we'll just balance that grid. So we have Fluix, osmium, rubies, steel, invar, pulsating, cobalt, amber, which I'm surprised we didn't already have, gold, experience, which we've been getting experience chunks randomly, lapis, peridot, sapphire, nickel, and then for this one we need a little bit more stuff. So let's go ahead, take out all of that. Take out all that. We'll just do this, and then I'm going to do a line of cobblestone, and then I'm just going to put all of these guys in here. So the next one we need is the end stone, the end seeds, and to get that we need purple. That's it. And luckily we have a good bit of popped chorus fruit. We're going to need 8 of these to make end clusters, and the end clusters will give us the end seeds. So for the most part, not too bad. Now there is some more seeds that are going to be a little bit more complicated to make. So we have gold, lapis, and experience. We need blaze, ghast, and enderman. We're going to need constantan, electrum, mithril. Let's see if I can remember all of them. Signalum, lumium, flux electrum, HOP graphite, solarium, dark steel, energetic alloy, elementium, glowstone, alamite. So that should be the other, what? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There should be 16 that we have here. I can count correctly and remember. So some of these are going to be pretty easy. Alamite is not too terrible. It is, for 1 ingot of alamite, we need... Oh, why does it do it that way? So it's a 5-2-2 obsidian. So it's a 5-2-2, like, what's it called? Ratio. How much obsidian do we get? It says 1 block, 228 millibuckets, versus for iron, an ingot is 144. So 5 aluminum, 1 iron, or 5 aluminum, 2 iron, and 1 obsidian. So we'll see how much that makes us. So aluminum, iron, 2 iron, and 1 obsidian. Now we're going to need a few other things. Glowstone ingots are going to be kind of strange. I know we can make it in an osmium compressor. Can we alloy? No. Okay, so we need an osmium compressor. We need osmium and glowstone. So let's just grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. We can do that while we're waiting. If we have that machine, I actually don't know if we have that machine, and this is where the fun part comes in. There's a lot of things that we don't have what we need. Are these active with signal? Alright, let's turn them both off. And let's get all of that in there. And I had a little bit excess night slime. So we're going to break this and then put it back. So we're gonna keep an eye on that a little bit more closely. But do we have an osmium compressor? We do. So we'll make the glowstone ingots. That will be easy enough. And that's one of the more simple things. So aluminum smelts really quickly. We just gotta wait for the obsidian. And let's see, elementium. Elementium's gonna be difficult because we gotta do Britannia stuff for that. So that's a seed we're not gonna have for a while. I don't think there is another way to get elementium. Phytogenic, nope. Elementium seeds. Elementium nuggets. We can get them from chickens, so we'll eventually get them from chickens, and that'll probably be the way we kind of do everything. So we are getting alumite. We're just going to let this all combine in alloy. We have 3 ingots, so we need to do that one more time. And actually, I can do it right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 1. Alright, so we'll let this kind of go, and we'll get some other stuff going in the meantime, because we need things like dark steel and alloys, including energetic alloy, which is glowstone, redstone, and gold. So redstone and gold. We're gonna need dark steel, which is steel with pulverized or steel with obsidian. So we did get a bunch of pulverized. The question is, do we have steel available to us right now? Let's see. It is 4, so we're gonna need 16. And do we have 4 steel? I think we do. Yes. Alright, so we can go get these going. And we'll just kind of start making this stuff. We need a little bit more osmium. I think that's a bug. It doesn't actually have enough resources to get what you need when you make the osmium compressed ingot stuff. There's also the refined obsidian. It just uses a little bit more than it probably should, or something like that. But that will go and take its time. So we're going to try to get through the tier 4 seeds for the most part. And this is all done, so we can start casting out the alumite. And that's going to be a lot of the first ones. Now, the problem that we're going to have is we need blazes, gas, and enderman. Now, gas is actually a really good thing because we could use some more gas tiers. And we do have a way to get gas spawned in. However, we might not have a fun time with them. So there is the glowstone, and there is the energetic alloy. We'll get those put in here. So if we want gas otherwise, we need to do some weird things. But witch water is the key with squid. So unfortunately, I don't think we have any squid currently. So the gas might have to wait. We might want to figure something out for them. I don't know if I'd want to do anything stronger in terms of like blast resistance, but might not be a terrible idea. However, Enderman, we could try going to the end and seeing if that works. So that should be for... I'm just trying to get a perfect number so we don't have any excess. Multiple of 9. So there is the dark steel, and we should have the alamite ingots as well. So that is most of the stuff. So let's take a look at anything else that's kind of strange. Get all this plastic. Oops, I wanted to... well, we can keep some in there. That's fine. So let's just kind of go through this a little bit quicker. So there is the alamite and dark steel. So alamite, dark steel. So solarium, we can do. Flux electrum, I don't know if we can. We need induction smelter. Destabilize redstone. So we're gonna need some. We're gonna need some electrum. So that is gold and silver. We're also gonna need constantan, which is another alloy. It is the alloy of nickel and copper. And we're only going to need 2 of each of those. We also do need to have electrum seeds. So that's fine. There's a couple of this stuff that's going to be a little bit trickier to actually get. But we'll see. We'll see what we can manage. So there is the constantan. We'll need 1, 2, 3, 4 electrum. And then we need some redstone to make this fluxed electrum. In order to do that, induction flex electrum blend, fluid transpose electrum blend, which is a powder, which we can get from pulverizing. Let's see, 4 of these. And then we need to have redstone. But the question is how much redstone? That's always the trick. So it is 500 millibuckets, which I believe means 2. So this is the question. We have magma crucible. We put 2 redstone in there. Does it go up here? We gotta wait for it to get there. These are machines that we don't use that often. Auto input. We need to get that. And then this is gonna be output out the top. So we have the destabilized redstone, but why is it not pouring onto it? So it needs to be fill. It is in mode fill. So why is this not working? Oh, it's 500. We need a lot more. So let's get, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That would be 1. And then we need 15 more. All right, I can do math. So that will make the blend, and then we get 4 pieces of sand. And what we can do is just speed this up. And that'll be a little bit better. We can also forego the individual and use a block. It will give you the same amount in terms of like same amount of energy required and all that kind of fun stuff, but it will do it a little bit faster. And then we can induction smelter to get the fluxed electrum. So what else do we have? Lumium. Lumium is another one that's kind of like this. Lumium blend we can make a couple ways, but we should be able to alloy smelt. So silver, glowstone, and tin. So 4 glowstone, 1 silver, 3 tin, and that will make the lumium. And that is a single recipe's worth. And then mithril is the other one that's going to be kind of difficult. So it's mana infused. To get this alloy smelt, we need mana infused. Unfortunately, I think the only way to get it is from ore. Or there should be a complicated way to get this stuff. I thought there used to be a way where you would have a liquid. You'd make a liquid from like weird stuff, but it looks like it's just an ore. So that is a question of whether or not we can find that. Do we have flux electrum blend and speed up? Alright, so I did mark off the alamite and all that stuff. Okay, so if we can get down to just having mob drops as well as the more complex metals. So there's flux electrum, lumium, normal electrum, and constantan. So constantan, electrum, signalum we still need to get, lumium, no, right? And flux electrum, yes. So we need signalum. Signalum is not that difficult. It is silver, redstone, and copper. And then solarium is also not that difficult. Soul sand and gold. So let's get 4 of those. Soul sand, we don't have many, but we'll have a lot more soon. I have some soul sand chickens. We made that last time. So yeah, I guess I didn't actually make the signalum. Those are another one that's pretty easy to make. So we can put all of those in there. So we should have 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, cool. So we can get at least 2 more. And then we'll do a little bit more trickiness. So let's go ahead and get these guys going. And then the signalum is, it's what? 10 redstone, 3 copper, 1 silver. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1 silver. This will be a very quick craft. And there is solarium and signalum. Signalum is a thermal expansion thing. Solarium is a Ender IO. There we go. That's the name of that mod. So things that are not too important for us at this point. It's just as easy to make them normally, but we'll have the seeds to make things. So signalum and solarium. So let's look at the difficult ones. Obviously the elementium, we're gonna probably use chickens to get that one. HOP graphite. HOP graphite comes from HOP graphite dust. There is no other way to get that. And the only way to get that is to have an HOP graphite ingot, or to crush coke dust. Coke dust in a crusher. And I think we have access to coal coke. If not, we can get coal coke. That is not too bad. We do have a block of it. So HFP graphite is going to require some machines. Not quite ready for that one yet. And then we have the gas, enderman, and blaze. Gas is probably going to be the worst just because we need a lot of gas tiers. We are getting those from loot crates, but chickens might be the best way to get those, or to summon gas. Blazes, blaze rods, I think we have a ton of those. No, we don't have that many, but we do have a blaze doll, and we can get a mob imprisonment tool, which I'm gonna, if I can type, I can't see, mob imprisonment. So we're gonna just favorite that, bookmark it, whatever. And let's get a bucket for lava, and actually we can just use this, and then we'll get a stone barrel. And I think what we'll do for now, we'll put the stone barrel, like, I don't know, right here. So presumably we can use this. No. Let's grab a bucket, and I think I have an idea. Can we use this on the ground? If not, we do have access to lava cow, and presumably a lot of lava in our system. But what we can do is we can put the blazing doll in there, and that's going to get us access to blaze chunks. Now here is the cool thing: we don't use blaze chunks just for the blazes. If I can acquire the required amount of gas tiers from something else, then we'll be able to just go ahead and we'll have infinite gas. But we'll put the blaze in there. But I also just had a thought. Let's clean up our inventory just a little bit, because there might be prevent. Let's see. Enderman. Prevents items from being collected. Let's see if I type teleportation. Teleposer. Those are really cool. Inhibits teleportation for entities up to 8 blocks away. Okay, so that might be something we want. I feel like there was also a thing, but I wonder, shulker, do shulkers, no, so there is no shulker seeds. That's what I was hoping. No, they're only going to drop their, like, normal stuff. Whereas if we look at, like, an ender pearl, does it actually show? It does not. But I don't think, let's just look up mob chunks. Tier 6, tier 5s. The only tier 5 is a wither skeleton, and the only tier 6 doesn't exist. So there is no tier 6. So that is enough information for what I need to know. Wither skeletons would be probably the best thing, other than the fact that you can't get previous tiers, which is unfortunate. So I don't think a wither skeleton chunk would be good. I think we'll just live without it. Just depends on if we have a lot of wither skulls. If we do, we have enough to make the wither skeleton seeds when we get there. So what I am going to do, and I'm going to do this between episodes because we've kind of reached the point of the end of the episode. I'm going to farm blazes, and I'm going to get enough blaze chunks to have enough tier 4 mob chunks to make all 3 mob seeds that we're going to need. Mithril seeds, I'm going to look into this a little bit, see if we can't find some mana infused ore. I don't know if we have any. Let's actually look real quick. No. So that's what I'll have to figure out. If need be, there is chickens. We'll get to chickens eventually. That is a pretty late game chicken breeding combination, but and then Elementium will also be chickens. HOP Graphite, maybe we'll take a little bit of a break from the seeds, and we'll set up some machines next time. I'll have to dig out an area for that, probably be right there. But we'll kind of see. We'll play it by ear. But that is going to be it for today's episode. I'm going to farm blazes. I'm going to continue to work on breeding chickens as well as the cows. And hopefully we'll get the cosmic cow soon. That would be really nice, so that we can step away from all of this and go kill a ender dragon. Or chicken, rather. So that's going to be the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!